Hello. 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 I'm just an average college student. My name is Benjamin, and I want to talk to you. Specifically, I want to start talking about a question. Is there a God? My brother and I are already having this discussion, and we're comparing two books, or a book and an essay, and that's The Reason for God by Timothy Keller, and Why I'm Not a Christian by Bertrand Russell. And I want to make sure that you know, you are invited. You can, I'll be delighted to hear what you have to say, no matter who you are. And I'm sure my brother feels the same way. In order to have this discussion, we have to set some rules. The first rule, everyone, no matter what they believe, has personal dignity, and they have the right to keep those beliefs. So that means that no one should ever try to force their beliefs on another person if they don't want to talk to that person. So it's the duty of whoever you are to always be wary of what the other person says they want. So if they don't want to talk to you, you don't talk to them. But as long as we're all here, I'm going to assume that everyone wants to talk and that we can discuss civilly and without personal conflict. It's my goal to find the truth, but inevitably everyone is biased and they have other motivations and they have personal desires and beliefs that bias them, and I'm no exception to that. It's not my goal to teach you what to believe, but rather to challenge you to think for yourself. And now, on to the book discussion. Timothy Keller makes 4 main points in his first 3 chapters, and the first is that despite the fact that a lot of Christians say that, well, there's a movement that our group is going to die out sometime in the future, that is not a viable idea. There's no indication that that's going to happen. Likewise, for skeptics, there's no indication that skepticism is going to die out anytime in the future. He then argues for exclusive religious belief, being that if one religion is true, then another one is false. He argues about suffering, how suffering is not a bad thing, but a good thing, and how some people say Christianity is restrictive, but he argues that it is not actually restrictive. The point that I want to address, I agree with the fact that some 2 religions that contradict each other cannot really be true, cannot both be true. Either one is true and the other one's false, or the other one's true. Or they're both false, or something. But like, if you have a question that has a definitive yes or no answer, it can't both be yes and no. It's like, is it raining outside? Is it raining? Yes. Is it raining? No. It can't both be raining and not raining at the same time. It's either raining or it's not raining. It's possible that you don't know whether it's raining, but that's just an issue of whether you know or not. It's not possible that it's both at the same time. Anyway, Timothy Keller states that all doubt is based on faith, and I personally agree, because logic itself cannot lead to new knowledge. You have to make some assumption of knowledge and then deduce new knowledge from that assumption, and that assumption is essentially what he calls faith. That's a book and an essay, and that's The Reason for God by Timothy Keller, and Why I'm Not a Christian by Bertrand Russell. For all, see you next week.